SwayamPrabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Hello everyone, welcome to this course on circular economy for sustainable buildings. Today we are going to see innovative contraptions. Okay, I've been telling save water, save electricity, save energy, save the earth and so on. How can we do that in an innovative manner? I've already discussed about the eco-sensitive accessories which help us in doing that. Now if we look at two of those, which is Ulta Chhata, Varka water tower is what we will see, and some others also. So what is Ulta Chhata? Ulta Chhata is a rainwater harvesting contraption which it turns rainwater, which is actually a very valuable resource, and it converts that into potable drinking water after making it go through a series of rigorous filtrations, and what comes out through carbon filters and UV filters, which are one of the most important filtration techniques which makes this rainwater potable or drinkable. So this device also doubles up to convert solar energy into electrical energy. In this manner, they solve another problem of power also. Mr. Samit Choksi and Priya Choksi, they are the founders of a company which promotes green technology, and they have been focused on developing these products for a sustainable future. So, this Ulta Chhata is a flagship product of their company, and it doubles up to convert rainwater into potable drinking water during the rainy season, and it produces energy with the help of solar panels which are installed in it during the non-rainy season or the dry part. So, it can convert rainwater into drinkable water during monsoon season, and it also has solar accessories in it which will produce solar energy. So, normally it is said that it is good to have this Ulta Chhata in at least groups of 10. So, each group will occupy about 1 square foot of space, and it offers about 360 square foot of catchment area. The umbrella is about 360 square feet or approximately 35 meters square. And every Ulta Chhata will have a solar integrated unit. This can be controlled wirelessly, and all of these units can be connected through a pipeline. And also, as I had told you, it has extensive UV filtration and activated carbon filtration, and therefore the water that is collected from the Ulta Chhata, which undergoes first physical filtration and then UV filtration and activated carbon filtration, can give us good amount of potable water. So, what is the working principle of Ulta Chhata? So, first the rainfall falls on the top of each of the Ulta Chhata, and this water undergoes first filtration, which is through a mesh. The mesh is about 2000 microns. Then this water will pass through another mesh which is about 20 microns, and then after this level of filtration, it reaches a box where it is completely purified with, as I had told you earlier, UV filter and activated carbon filter. After this stage, the water becomes potable and it is stored in tanks. This water can directly be used for drinking because it has undergone so many stages of filtration and cleaning. So, this ulta chhata can harvest and filter up to even 1 lakh liters of water. Between 85,000 to 1 lakh liters of water can be harvested using ulta chhata during the rainy days. At the same time, it can also produce green energy up to even up to 35 kilowatt power. This can be used in many places. We can use it to shade bus stops or even railway platforms. So, there are many potential uses of ulta chhata. We can use ulta chhata in green stations, in say events means reception area of event, some functions. You can use it in cafeterias, we can use it in car parking places, also we can use it in bus stops. So, this installation can be done very quickly. All you need is a small foundation, and the structure is quite robust and it has to be mounted on a good foundation. Also, you need to have a place for the filters and the water treatment, and this uses a patented mesh system for the first 2-3 levels of water filtration, and then you need a large storage tank. Of course, you need a small system for the activated carbon and UV, which kills the bacteria before it gets stored in the larger tank, which can go even up to 1 lakh liter of water during high rainy season. Now, I also said that the ulta chhata also has the capacity to capture solar energy. So, with a maximum solar capacity of 1.5 kilowatt, the ulta chhata can have solar modules which generate power to be embedded in them, and this can also function and double up for inbuilt lighting or some other small electrical usage like charging pods and things like that. So, it could probably charge laptops or mobile phones or even electric vehicles, and thus it can become a self-sustaining installation which can be used outdoors. So, it can have a very smart lighting system which can be used for various programmable lighting options. The ulta chhata can be installed in any place such as business park, or even large companies have installed this, and because of which they are able to generate a lot of pure water and at the same time self-sustaining electrical energy through the solar system. Then let us look at another system known as the Varka tower or the Varka tower. So, what is a Varka tower? A Varka tower is a gadget or a structure which is designed so that you can harvest water from atmosphere. Because of the humidity in the atmosphere in the form of fog, dew, rain, which is actually called as precipitation, it can provide us with an alternative water source, and this is specially applicable in rural areas where there is a huge shortage of drinking water and there is no solution for that shortage. This is a passive structure and it functions only with the natural forces of nature such as gravity, condensation, evaporation and so on. It is easy to maintain it and it can be operated by anybody including the villagers. Its design can be locally adapted based on the meteorological conditions or the site conditions or availability of building materials in that area. So, this initiative of a Varka tower started in the year 2012, and since then a number of Varka towers of uh, slight variations and slight scales have been constructed. So, 2015 was supposed to be a great event because this was done in Dorze, which is in southern Ethiopia. Then after that, this was built in 2019 in villages of Cameroon. So, if you see the evolution of the Varka tower over time, in 2012 or 2013, there were several design concepts and about 12 full-scale prototypes were done and tested for varying conditions of the environment. So, sometimes advanced tools for designs were used, simulations were used, as well as physical prototypes were made to test whether the materials were durable, because it was done or it was constructed using local materials such as bamboo or polyester mesh or even cables and hemp rope. So, because the primary design philosophy was to construct this using only locally available natural and biodegradable building materials which can be 100% recyclable. So, clearly there was no use of concrete or steel or plastic or and things like that, and more emphasis was given only on using bamboo, mud, sometimes wood, then palm leaves or bamboo canes, dry straw, dry reeds, etc. So, this tower is designed to be easily built with simplest tools and locally available building materials which the local villagers are able to handle and use without too much of complication. So, the Varka water tower is designed so that you can build it easily and you can maintain it easily without the need for great scaffolding or something like that. And this design philosophy can be applied to any place with slight differences in the shape or geometry or material adopted, as we are seeing from the year 2013 how the design has changed in the year 2021. So, what is the functioning and how does this happen? Now, air always has humidity of some level or the other. Now, irrespective of the local temperature and humidity condition, we can produce water from air anywhere in the world because it has humidity. Now, some areas may have high fog or high humidity, and these are the best places to install the Varka tower, because the water harvesting capacity can depend upon the humidity condition, and it can even give us up to 40 to 80 liters of drinking water every day. And 40 to 80 liters of water is a large amount of water where there is otherwise no other source of water. So, what is the inspiration for Varka tower? So, the Varka tower is inspired by what is called as a Varka tree. So, which is actually a large fig tree, and it is a native of Ethiopia. And this is commonly used as a local gathering place in villages. So, this large 30-foot structure is made up of lots of bamboo and other naturally available material which are woven together to form the tower's vase-like frame. So, this is a vase-like frame, and they use this materials to make this? Inside a plastic mesh material which is made up of nylon and polypropylene fibers, these act as micro tunnels, and this is where condensation actually happens. As droplets form, they flow along the mesh pattern into the basin which is kept in the base, and by harvesting the humidity in the air, it is estimated that at least 50 liters of potable water can be sustainably and hygienically collected by these towers every day. And then you can make more and more towers and collect more and more water. So, the potential of Varka tower is actually great because it is designed to harvest drinking water from the atmosphere, and just like that, out of nowhere, villagers are able to get water by installing this. So, what can be done is you can install this Varka tower, and from the condensation which results in water, it can be stored in a tank, and this can be pumped into the village, because the Varka towers can be installed along fields or such places, and then from here it can be brought to the village center, and then water can be distributed in a rationed manner to all the villages. So, we will quickly see the evolution of it. So, the Varka tower which first came, or the first prototype, it is a modular and prefabricated structure which could be erected by 6 people in one single day. One shot, 6 people were enough to install it. After installation, to take the tower up and down for maintenance, it would require only 2 hours by a team of 6 people. So, each structure consisted of 4 modules that were mounted together one after the other from the bottom. So, there were 4 modules like this which were mounted by 6 people, and the series in which it happened, I have shown it diagrammatically like this. So, this is how it could be uninstalled or built back. Then there was another advanced version where the Varka tower, which is again a modular and prefabricated system, could be erected by 16 people in one day. So, after installation, taking the tower up and down for maintenance would require only 2 hours by the same team. So, this structure had 6 modules that were mounted together one after the other from bottom to top. So, that version, one of the stages is this. So, what happens inside the tower? Now, inside the tower you have this small container like thing which has a hole from which the water is collected, and then it is taken down to a collection center and it is treated and sent out to the villages. So, this is the process in which the Varka tower is constructed. First the base is constructed, then the structure is erected. You see, everything is done using locally available materials, and then there is infill, again done with locally available materials like reed or grass or thatch and so on, and then whatever little masonry is required, that is again done using locally available material. So, inside, how does the Varka tower look? So, this is how the Varka tower will look inside. This is the container that I talked about, into which condensed water comes, and up to 100 liters of water can be sort of collected with the Varka system. So, this is about innovative systems for water. Now, we will see for light, innovative systems for light. So, we will see water light, gravity light and solar bulb. So, what is water light? So it is a lamp that can generate energy using only salt water, or if there is extreme emergency, then an alternative to salt water can also be urine. So water light can be more efficient than solar energy lantern because it regenerates instantly. Once filled with water, the energy delivery is immediate, while solar lanterns need to transform solar energy into alternative sources of energy through a battery. So this is primarily designed for coastal or off-grid communities. So what is a water light? So a water light is a portable device which needs to be filled with 500 ml of salt water for it to work up to 45 days. So this can work for 24 hours a day through the process of ionization. And this sees electrolytes in the salt water or saline liquid, which reacts with magnesium and copper plates which are lined on the lamp's interior, and that produces electricity. So this light actually has a cylindrical case which could be made even of wood, with a circuit which is integrated into its base and has a perforated cap on top which will allow the water to flow into the device. At the same time, there is hydrogen gas created through ionization process which can also escape through this hole. Now, after the salt particles have evaporated, the lamp can be emptied and refilled, while the used water can be repurposed for any other small cleaning purposes, not large but small cleaning purposes. What are the benefits of water light? First is it is 100% renewable, requires no batteries, no charging, nothing. It is portable and easy to use. It can provide lighting during emergencies or disasters, or even during situations of war and so on. Also, it can charge small devices through USBs. It is very safe and eco-friendly, and this is directed towards small or poor nations where it is very difficult for them to have uninterrupted energy supply for lighting. Also, it can benefit a large part of coastal community where salt water is easily available. So, actually, water light is a very forward thinking and cost effective option. Next, we will see gravity light. Gravity light, what is it? It is a revolutionary and sustainable approach to create energy and generating light from LED lamps. So, gravity light can potentially eliminate the need for lights which are got from non-renewable energy sources, and they have a large environmental and economic repercussions. It takes only 3 seconds to lift the weight that charges gravity light, creating 30 minutes of constant light as the weight drops under the force of gravity. So, gravity light has no batteries, which you think, okay, it is going to run out of batteries. There are no batteries at all. And there is nothing to replace or dispose. The battery has to be replaced. No, there is no such issue, and it has no reliance on any other external environment or any season or weather. Nothing is going to affect its performance. So, how does it actually work? So, how it works is, there is a LED bulb which is fixed to an adjustable lamp, and then there is a pulley motion. So, there is a pulley which because of its mechanism and a ballast bag hanging from the lamp. This ballast bag is filled up to 9 kg of rock, sand, soil, something really heavy. And it works on the principle which is like that of a pendulum clock, which are operated with the help of weights. This potential energy is represented by the ballast material. The potential, this works on the principle similar to that of a pendulum clock that is operated with the help of weights. The potential energy is represented by the ballast material. When the ballast bag is suspended, the potential energy in the ballast gets converted by gravity with a slow descent of the bag. The converted energy then generates light. This can be operated for continuously 30 minutes before the ballast bag needs to be refilled again. The strength of the light can be adjusted from strong lighting to long lasting and low level lighting. So, two terminals present at the front of the gravity light can be used as a generator. What are the benefits of gravity light? First and foremost, it's very inexpensive. It has no operating cost. It does not require any batteries. It can power radios, reading lights and other small electrical devices. It can be used to recharge batteries. These are durable and long lasting even up to 5 years, and they work in all weather at any time. So, they are easy to use. There is no need for batteries. They pay for themselves because it is completely self-sustained, and the device can power small electrical machines too. And then the third one which we will see today is the solar bottle bulb. So, the solar bottle bulbs consist only of water, household bleach and a recycled 1.5 liter soda bottle. The water inside the bottle will refract sunlight, creating an artificial light that can emit even up to 55-watt electric lamp. The power of sunlight can be harnessed to provide a very economical and ecologically sustainable lighting source to the people who don't otherwise have any source of lighting. So, solar bottle bulbs can bring more than just light to communities. This technology is also saving families money on electricity and decreasing the risk of fires caused by faulty electric connections, candles or even kerosene bulbs. So, how does a solar bottle bulb work? It works with the principle of refraction. So, let us look at the working of solar bottle bulb. So, this works on the principle of refraction. So, when light passes from one medium to another, say like from air to water, it changes its direction. And this bending of light is called as refraction. Here what happens is we use sunlight as the source of light. Sunlight enters the bottle through a small opening which is usually the neck of the bottle, and this is typically mounted on the roof, and therefore this water inside the bottle will act like a lens which refracts the incoming sunlight. Then there is dispersion of light. The refracted sunlight then spreads out and gets dispersed throughout the room, illuminating the interior. And the sustainability factor is that the solar bottle bulb is a sustainable and affordable lighting solution that can be built using readily available materials like reused plastic bottles, water, nature, and so on. What are the benefits of a solar bottle bulb? First benefit is that it is highly cost effective. We use only materials like recycled plastic bottle and water, which is easily available and also very cheap and inexpensive, making them a low cost lighting solution. So, they are readily available and inexpensive, making them a low cost lighting solution. Second is they have long life. If properly installed, they can last for many years and do not need water replacement or even maintenance. Third is they are environmentally sustainable because they reduce the need for electricity, which often relies on fossil fuels and upcycle plastic bottles that would otherwise end up in landfills. Fourth is they are very safe because they offer a safer alternative to kerosene lamp or candles, which can pose fire hazards, especially to huts or hutments which could catch fire easily because of the inflammable materials. Fifth is they use natural light. So, solar bottle bulbs provide natural daylight which can have a positive impact on our mood, energy levels and vision. And sixth is they can give us energy savings because they utilize solar power, and these bulbs can dramatically reduce electricity consumption and also costs. So, in this class, we saw two innovative gadgets from which we can get water. One was the Ulta Chhata and second is the Varka Tower. And we saw three contraptions with which we can harness light. With this, we will stop today's class and we will continue next class with yet another case. Thank you.